At 6, I was molested by my mum's friend who was at the house a lot. So my mum was an alcoholic. And then sorry.
You don't be sorry.
Yeah, so that happened at 6. And then I was sent to Africa to learn discipline. And then I was sent back. 7, I started smoking. 8, I started dealing drugs.
Selling drugs.
Selling drugs, yeah. An older person told me that they wouldn't stop a kid on a bike, so I'd ride around with my football, and then underneath I'd have the drugs, and yeah. And so that was 8. 11, I was hung off a bridge.
By who?
A guy from the next estate, a man. And then, yeah, 12, I was adopted, so.
Dele Alli was once one of the most exciting young players in world football. A midfielder who scored goals like a striker, a player with confidence, flair, and the ability to change games instantly. At his peak, many believed he would become one of England's greatest players. But today, his name is barely mentioned at the top level. So what really happened to Dele Alli? Alli's rise was fast. He started at MK Dons, far from the spotlight of elite football. But even there, his talent was obvious. His timing in the box, his movement, and his composure made him stand out. It didn't take long before bigger clubs noticed him. And soon, Tottenham came calling. At Tottenham, everything changed. Under the management of Mauricio Pochettino, Alli became one of the most dangerous attacking midfielders in the league. He wasn't just playing well, he was dominating. He scored goals consistently. He made late runs into the box that defenders couldn't track. And he played with a fearless mentality. Alongside players like Harry Kane, he became a key part of a Tottenham team that was competing at the highest level. For a moment, it looked like nothing could stop him. Between 2015 and 2017, Dele Alli was at his peak. He scored over 20 goals in a season as a midfielder. He won individual awards, and he became a regular for England. This was the version of Alli that fans believed would dominate for years. But then, things started to change. His form began to drop. At first, it was small, less goals, less impact, less influence in big games. But over time, it became more obvious. The same player who once controlled matches was now struggling to make an impact. Managers changed. Tactics changed, and Alli struggled to adapt. His role in the team became unclear, and without the same system that once made him dangerous, his performances declined further. Then came something deeper. Off-the-pitch issues, mental struggles, a loss of confidence, things that don't always get seen on the field but affect everything. Football is not just physical, it's mental, and when confidence drops, everything else follows. Alli eventually left Tottenham, hoping for a fresh start, but the same problems followed him. Injuries, inconsistency, and a lack of rhythm made it difficult to rebuild his career. And slowly, he faded away from the top level. So what really caused Dele Alli's downfall? It wasn't just tactics. It wasn't just form. It was a combination of changes, pressure, and personal struggles. At the highest level, talent alone is never enough. You need the right environment, the right mindset, and the ability to adapt. Dele Alli had the talent to become one of the best. But football is unforgiving. If you slow down, even for a moment, the game moves on without you. And that is the story of Dele Alli, a player who rose faster than most, but couldn't stay at the top long enough to fulfill his potential.